Can one team be specifically engineered to dismantle another? The Florida Panthers aren't just aiming for a repeat. They're built as what ESPN calls an Oilers countermeasure. Their approach isn't just theory. Last postseason, Florida went 8-2 on the road with a staggering plus 27 goal differential, outscoring opponents 48-21. That's not luck. It's the result of a system designed to travel, frustrate, and dominate. We'll show how Barkov turns McDavid into an ordinary center and how that forecheck forces the Oilers into turnovers they can't recover from. The details behind this matchup tell the real story. The Panthers built their entire game plan to be the Oilers' kryptonite. This isn't just about playing defense, it's about flipping the script on Edmonton's strengths before the puck even drops. The foundation, a relentless, coordinated forecheck that turns every Oilers breakout into a high-pressure situation. Watch how it unfolds. An Oiler defenseman collects the puck behind his net, and a Panther is on him instantly, sometimes two. There's no breathing room, no time to survey the ice. That pressure forces mistakes, and suddenly the puck is back in Florida's hands, deep in the offensive zone. Gustav Forsling put it simply, when you silence a whole arena, that's a great feeling. The Panthers averaged 4.80 goals per game on the road last postseason, proof that this pressure isn't just for show. It leads directly to goals, and often in hostile territory. This aggressive forecheck does more than generate quick scoring chances. It disrupts the Oilers' entire rhythm, preventing them from ever building the speed that makes them dangerous. ESPN's Greg Wyshynski observed that the Panthers simplify their offense and convert turnovers into immediate danger around the crease. Edmonton's transition game, the core of their attack, gets smothered before it can even start. Florida doesn't just slow the Oilers down. They force them to play a style they hate. That simple game isn't a limitation. It's a deliberate choice. The Panthers dump the puck deep, crash the net, and battle for every rebound. They outwork defenders shift after shift, wearing them down physically and mentally. Over the course of a game or a series, that constant pressure adds up. There are no easy shifts against Florida. Every trip up the ice is a grind. The numbers back up the strategy. Florida's playoff goal differential of plus 27 ranks among the best in NHL history. Their ability to possess the puck in the offensive zone forces even high-powered teams like Edmonton to spend long stretches defending, far from the areas where they're most dangerous. That's how you take the crowd out of the game too. The Panthers' 8-2 road playoff record speaks for itself. Their style travels well because it's built on habits, hard work, winning puck battles, controlling the net front that don't rely on home ice energy. But Florida's blueprint isn't just about grinding teams down. They're versatile. They can win a tight 2-1 defensive battle, locking things down and frustrating opponents who want to slow the game. Or if the game opens up, they can hang in a 5-4 shootout, matching speed and skill when they need to. This adaptability means coaches can't plan for just one version of the Panthers. They have to prepare for all of them. So when you watch Florida play, you're not just seeing effort. You're seeing a carefully designed system that turns the Oilers' biggest strengths into their biggest problems. But even the smartest plan needs the right people to execute it, especially someone who can go head to head with the league's top stars. Aleksander Barkov changes the way teams attack. He's not just another good defensive forward. He's the Panthers' answer to the league's most explosive superstars. When Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl are on the ice, most teams just try to survive. With Barkov, Florida does more than that. They take control. Barkov's reputation as a superstar neutralizer isn't just hype. He ranks top 10 in the league in takeaways and expected goals killed, turning defense into an active weapon. ESPN calls him a 3-time Selke winner who can control the flow before the puck even hits the net. You see it on the ice. McDavid gathers speed through the neutral zone, but Barkov shadows him, stick in the right lane, body in perfect position. He angles McDavid to the boards, lifts his stick, and suddenly the puck is going the other way. That isn't luck. It's anticipation, discipline, and a skill set built for these matchups. His impact shows up in the numbers. During the 2024 playoffs against Edmonton, Florida outscored the Oilers 5-2 with Barkov on the ice at 5-on-5. The Panthers earned the majority of shot attempts and scoring chances in those minutes. That kind of shutdown ability against the best in the world is rare. The Detroit News points out how Barkov can slow opponents offensively. And it's not just about limiting shots, it's about dictating the pace, forcing mistakes, and making the other team play on his terms. Barkov's defense doesn't end with stopping goals. It starts the offense. He wins a puck battle deep in his zone, and instead of just clearing it, he finds a teammate and sparks a transition rush. Those turnovers become immediate scoring chances. His points per game rate since 2017 is 1.11, putting him 12th among all skaters, right between Sidney Crosby and Cale Makar. He may not get the same highlight reel attention, but he delivers results that shift entire series. Florida's system amplifies what Barkov does. The addition of Seth Jones next to Nico Mikkola has given the Panthers a pairing that posts 4.14 goals for and just 1.69 against per 60 minutes at 5-on-5. When those two are on the ice, Florida controls 56% of shot attempts. That structure means Barkov isn't working alone. He's supported by a group that understands its role, keeps gaps tight, and capitalizes on every mistake. The Panthers have added grit to the mix too. Brad Marchand's arrival brings a new edge. He draws penalties, agitates opponents, and his line with Luostarinen and Lundell gives Florida a relentless checking unit. While Barkov quietly erases the opposition's top scorer, Marchand is getting under their skin, disrupting rhythm, and giving the Panthers power play opportunities. It's a layered strategy that wears teams down from every angle. Barkov's even-keeled approach, never rattled, always focused, sets the tone for the entire team. Teammates like Evan Rodriguez talk about how his calm under pressure lifts everyone around him. In the biggest moments, Barkov doesn't just hold his own, he tilts the ice in Florida's favor. Defense like this gives the Panthers a foundation that holds up under the brightest lights. But every great system needs a last line of defense, someone who can handle the pressure when the stakes are highest. Sergei Bobrovsky stands out for his ability to raise his level when the games matter most. His playoff reputation isn't just built on a few hot streaks, it's a pattern. Regular seasons for Bobrovsky can be inconsistent, but when the playoffs arrive, something shifts. In the 2024 run, after a shaky start, he turned a corner in a way that few goalies can. From Game 4 of last year's final on, Bobrovsky locked in, posting a .944 save percentage and allowing just 1.34 goals per game. Those are the kinds of numbers that don't just keep a team alive, they swing entire series. This transformation isn't just about personal grit. The Panthers coaching staff plays a huge role in how Bobrovsky gets to that level. They build their defensive schemes to feed his strengths, channeling shots into his high percentage save areas and clearing sightlines so he can track the puck. ESPN reports that the staff is deliberate about protecting Bobrovsky's comfort zones, especially in the playoffs. They don't just ask him to bail them out. They set him up to thrive when the pressure is at its highest. It's the critical moments that define Bobrovsky. Picture him sliding post to post to rob a sure goal in overtime, or calmly swallowing up a rebound with 3 opponents crashing the crease. These aren't just highlight saves, they're momentum changers, the kind that deflate the opposition and give a shot of confidence to everyone in front of him. The Detroit News points out that Bobrovsky's best games often come as a series progresses, making him even tougher to beat when the stakes get higher. But it's not all on his shoulders. The Panthers have shown they can win in any style. They've closed out 2-1 defensive battles and won wild 5-4 games, proving they can shift between styles on demand. That flexibility keeps opponents guessing and lets Bobrovsky play with confidence, knowing the team in front of him can adapt to whatever the game requires. Resilience is at the core of this group. ESPN highlights their refusal to fold, even when trailing late. The Panthers don't panic. They regroup, push back, and often find ways to tie or win games that seemed out of reach. That mental toughness, combined with the experience of being reigning champions, gives them an edge in the high-stress moments that define playoff hockey. Bobrovsky's ability to adapt and elevate his game, especially when paired with a team that can change its approach on the fly, makes Florida a nightmare matchup. Their system doesn't just rely on one strength, it's a network of adjustments, habits, and trust. Each piece, from the net out, is designed to handle the pressure and outlast the opposition. When you look at how all these elements come together, you see a team that's more than the sum of its parts. Built around Barkov's shutdown ability, Bobrovsky's playoff peak, and a suffocating forecheck, this roster is tailored to dismantle Edmonton again. The Panthers aren't just chasing another title. They're on the verge of becoming the 10th franchise in NHL history to repeat, a rare mark of sustained excellence. Their depth and structure, from Zito's roster moves to every player's defined role, show how intentional design can shape a contender. Repeating as champions would cement their place in hockey history and set a new standard for team construction. Comment below if you think Zito's roster construction will set the NHL blueprint for contenders, then like and subscribe for more strategy breakdowns.